Guys, we are live. We're live. It's episode, what is this? 39. Can you believe that? Of the Coin Jam podcast. And yes, Liam is a mechanical keyboard enthusiast, as is Chance. I have one too, but it's the first one I've ever bought for myself and wasn't just using at work or school or something like that. Yeah, we are live. Very special episode this evening. We got a lot to do. Chance is going to be basically the show for the first hour. And then he's going to peace out and leave us in the dust. But here we are, Coin Jam Podcast. I'm Charlie from Overtime Arcade, joined as always by my three amigos, Kay from Prime Arcade, Liam from Retro Robotics, and Chance from the 8-Bit Roundup at the 2026 Calgary Stampede. Did I say Chase or Chance?
You said Chance. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, good.
I thought his name was Chase.
Little low, but it's okay.
Little low. Yeah, this is honestly the best we could do on short notice. But yeah, I don't.
You only had a year to prepare.
Yeah, right. I don't have my regular microphone. I don't have the soundboard. Kay, if you're happy with that.
Nice.
So I'm gonna have to bleep you manually.
Yeah. So no crap button.
No.
Can I say crap? I can't say crap.
Yeah, nope.
Crap. Crap.
Yeah.
For those of you who are new to the channel and have never watched this before, any kind of swear or suggestive swear usually gets bleeped out for the audio version after the fact. Is the family?
There's a very good reason.
Yeah,
I try at least in my YouTube persona to maintain a very squeaky clean, family friendly image. Right now, in real life, I swear way too much.
You do.
And in the members only live stream that we had last night, I was cussing a blue streak. And there is some kind of bug right now with YouTube where I think if you go over 2 hours in the members only live stream, it turns it public. And I only noticed this because people were telling me, like, oh, I didn't know you were live streaming tonight. I'm like, I wasn't planning to do a public one. So a couple MFers and a couple of whatchamacallits probably escaped from my tongue into the public airwebs, but that's how it goes.
Speaking of escaped and squeaky clean, I would like to point out that our two lovely co-hosts have defended themselves from the law and Interpol and are now back. Liam, thank you very much for not being arrested in France. And Kay, I see you have new digs probably somewhere in down the street from where you were. I take it. It looks like
the
same.
I can neither confirm nor deny my location. Yeah. You don't need to know.
He's only a person of interest.
How is running?
I'm an interesting person.
Yeah. Did the cat just turn on the light?
No.
Did you see that?
I haven't.
The cat just.
I did it on my phone.
We can do that here. Actually, we'll talk about this.
You can turn on my lights from.
I can
there?
turn on
That's
your
crazy.
lights from the phone. Yeah, it's cool. We'll get into it.
There we go. So we're going to skip, at least for now, the normal intros, the updates, all the games that we've been picking up and working on, wheeling, dealing, whatever. We're going to save all that really for the second half, because the first half is basically going to be the Chance show. But before we get into that, again, congratulations, Kay, on your new digs. Any updates, quick updates on your side?
Nothing that I can't say for the second half. So
okay,
the good half.
Cool. And Liam, I noticed you're drinking a Perrier, which is one of the finer of the canned waters.
Yeah.
It
was this or beer, so I went with this.
There you go. Well, for the occasion,
Dallas, how are you feeling? Riveted.
I poured myself a nice tall glass of Crown Royal Canadian Rye for the occasion.
Oh, excellent.
That's not very family friendly of you.
What province is it from? Norwalk, Connecticut? What part of Canada is that?
Probably Manitoba.
That's not a province.
It's interesting to see that we're still shipping that to you guys south of the border, to be honest with you.
Oh, I've had that for a while. I've had it for a while.
I've got Dasani water, sponsored by Coca-Cola. The Calgary Stampede is sponsored by Coca-Cola.
There you go. So you're contractually obligated to highlight that.
when we're sitting here at the booth, we have to drink Coke products, which we'll get into in the next little bit. But yeah.
All right. Well, I've got my drink. I'm ready to kick back, relax, and let you take over, Chance.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay. So I think what we'll do, let's do a tour. You guys want to do a quick tour and we'll talk about it? Or do you want, actually, you know what, before we get into the tour, let's get into some questions, because
a lot of people have no idea what this is. So why don't you tell them where you are, what you're doing?
So for those of you who are new to this, this city that I live in is Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We're in the west, over by the Rocky Mountains. We're not far from Banff, Lake Louise. Born and raised here. Just a little background. I'm a cowboy family. A lot of my family have competed in the Calgary Stampede. A lot of my family are like from the rodeo side of things. Chance Kelly Johnson is a cowboy name. My brother's name is Zane Clinton Lee Johnson. So we're a cowboy family. Not too long ago, my wife actually Vanessa started working for the Calgary Stampede. And last year, in her first year, we got an opportunity to put on an arcade down here. So we wrangled together Roundup, an arcade with a bunch of our friends, pinball machines and arcade games, and we put them on coin op here. Basically everything classic that we could. We had about 2,000 square feet, and it was a great success. Calgary Stampede loved us. We made quite a name for ourselves, and we did it without a lot of media promotion. We had some friends from XL 103, one of the bigger Calgary radio stations, stop by for a few days. We got into Avenue Magazine, which is something from marketing's perspective that I've been trying to do for years organically. Wasn't able to do that. And so, yeah, they asked us back. So in January, we started chatting with them. And then I think it was April, we made it official that we were coming back for a year 2. And I said, okay, so there's a few more things that I want to do this year. I want to grow from 2,000 square feet to 6,000 square feet. So last year we had 43 arcade games and 38 pinball machines. This year we have 6,000 square feet, which is 82 pinball machines and 120 arcade games, I think we're going to be ended up with. So a lot of games we didn't have last year, a lot of games that we did have last year, some old favorites that have come back. We got some new stuff. We got some partners that are involved in this. So like LTC Pinball, they make those little miniature pinball machines that you can buy. ltcpinball.com.ca. You can see them on Etsy. Solid State Mutual, Pinbar, Nightwave Arcade. Who else do we got? We got Retro Oasis from Okotoks. They're back this year. Nightwave. We got White North Retro. We got Nitro Pinball, and a couple other groups. We brought all of us together. Al's Tube and Knob Shop brought everyone together that we could, and put on this big event. So I brought like 2 or 3 of my own games.
So basically, this is the biggest thing that happens in Canada every year, bar none.
One of the biggest.
Second time doing a retro arcade. This is 3 times bigger than you did last year.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, the Calgary Stampede is over 100 years old. So it's like it's a rodeo and exhibition. And one of the big things here, one of the big buildings here is the Big 4 building, which I think still holds the record for the world's largest curling rink. It was built, like, I think back in the 50s. We're downstairs in the lower Big 4 on the west side of Stampede Park. And just for clarification, so when Calgary Stampede season hits Calgary, the city basically is taken over. Like, all of our lamp posts across the city get Calgary Stampede banners. There's a massive parade. There's huge buy-in. Like, it's a massive event. Like, $1 million worth of Coke sponsorship. Every other brand, like WestJet, there's tons and tons of brands that get involved. It's a pretty big deal. Huge Midway, huge, like, now classic arcade, huge market. There's a whole big art exhibit, and of course the rodeo, the Rangeland Derby, which is like the chuck wagons, and big GMC sponsorship. Like, it's a big deal. So we got lucky and we got invited back, and we're here. So yeah, 10-day event from July 2nd to the 12th. The 2nd is like sneak a peek. So it's really the 3rd to the 12th.
So it's almost time.
Yeah, almost time.
It's almost time.
Yeah, so Vanessa and I actually, we left for her birthday for vacation in May. Her birthday was May the 4th, which I'm the luckiest nerd in the world to have my wife's birthday on May the 4th. Never going to forget that. And then so we got back, I think, May 8th. And the moment we landed, because I've been talking with the Calgary Stampede and organizing this since, I think, January 8th. But the moment we landed, the next day we started work on building out games, prepping things, getting things ready, ordering stuff, getting everything that we had to, kind of picking up where we had things last year and then expanding on everything. So it's been, what, 7 weeks, 8 weeks that I've barely slept and barely seen my family. But no, we're pretty excited. We got a great group of people here that are pulling this together, that are following me into the crazy yet again. And yeah, any other questions about the event?
Why don't we see it once you show it to us?
Want to see it? Okay, so let's try this. We might have some technical difficulties here. If you want to switch over to my other camera. Okay. And, nope. Go back.
And you have muted yourself, Charlie.
Yes.
You got to turn off the microphone. I'll mute your. I think you're good now.
Yeah,
Chance.
you can. This one here, my Chance one. You can kill that. I'm actually just gonna leave there, and then I'll turn my AirPods on here. Let's go. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, here, hold on. Let me just switch over my tour of the space.
Why is this doing this?
We're low budget here, folks. We're
I want to do this, but I want
my AirPods connected. Oh, that sounds way better. Even though it's Charlie's voice, it sounds way better.
I want to make this.
Oh, you're trying to make me big with them small.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Okay, cool. So I think I can switch my camera around, can't I? Oh, I can. Look at that. Okay, cool. So we're going to give you guys a tour of the 8-bit Roundup operation. I'll try and move the camera fairly slow. But where we're going to start is here in our trailer. So this is our operations center. So we've got like a full soldering and rework station. We've got some computers that run the audio system, that run our video system. And then like just park information that we need for everybody here. This year, one of the changes that we're doing over last year we had some game pods that were run off of HomeKit switches. And we have gone a little more advanced this year. So all of our security cameras, all of our televisions, all of our power drops. So we have, 56 HomeKit switches that multiply or break down into 28 individual power drops for all the different places that the arcade will be. They're all controlled by here. So when I'm done reorganizing this into the different rows that we're going to talk about in a little bit, I'm going to be able to press one button here and it will turn off, basically turn on all of the arcade games sequentially and turn on all of our lighting. So I'll just turn on our lighting for right now.
Did you mean for all of us to see the IP address and password of the admin console there?
Yeah, nice try. So all of our lighting on the trusses. So there's a big giant stick of truss there. And then there's a 75-foot stick of truss across there. All of that lighting, and we're going to be adding a bunch more black lights on there as well, is controlled by our HomeKit system. So, and our TVs. So when I turn them on or off, they turn the TVs on or off up on our truss, and we've got 3 TVs. So moving on. We've got, and this isn't fully populated yet, but we've got a full parts thing here. We got tons of tools. We got coin counting and logistics. What else? Let's go outside of the trailer. So we got some more walls and some more kind of like blocking to put here, or what they call it, pipe and drape. It's you can kind of see it off in the distance there. It's that big black curtain that's way back there past those pop machines, and we'll get into those in a minute. So we've got some more of that. That's going to go right here.
Are you fumigating termite-infested cabinets in that tent?
No. That's just the big 4 building is massive. Like it goes on for like a half mile that way. So they were doing some training downstairs in the last couple of days, and they wanted to just give us some space from the training. So they threw up some stuff there. So we'll have an area here where you can come through back into the staff area. and then we're going to put some larger things like all of our dollies like that we have, because we all have these nice Costco drop dollies that we use for moving arcades and pinball machines, and our ladder that all stores back there. We got a shelf here that we're going to put all of our cleaning supplies and spare monitors, and we got some space to work on some games here. We've got some cold lockup storage, and then this whole piece here from the White North Retro logo all the way across will be a big hard wall that's getting delivered tomorrow. We got a staff room in the back with we won't go in there. There's a staff room in the back with a couch and
Yeah, don't
some
go in there.
pop.
There's a casting couch.
He didn't even
Well,
knock.
Actually, yeah, there is a casting couch in here. It's like a black. When you said it. So yeah, we've got our drink supply this year. What do we got? This is amazing. This is Retro Oasis brings this every year. This is their massive like rolling ladder, and when
Oh,
you
you
get
can have
little
a ladder
springs on the
match.
bottom. Yeah, we could. Yeah, when you step on it, the springs go down and it locks itself into place. The building people here, like the people who work for venues, have stolen this thing no less than 4 times so far. We've caught them on the cameras stealing it because they use it, or they try and steal it and put it, in other places in the building. But anyway, they've been pretty good by bringing it back. So
It's a smart move putting non-removable tape on that thing.
yeah, I know, right? Stolen from 8-Bit Roundup. After the first time it got stolen, I put these labels on because it had one on the other side. And then one of our guys, Cameron, he found it one morning about a week and a half ago on the far side of the building, about a mile away, just sitting there, just by happenstance because he was walking by. Yeah. So I guess maybe the next thing we'll take a look at a little bit of the artwork on the booth, and then we'll look at some games. So all of our major sponsors are sponsors, all of our major partners, not sponsors, they're part of the family of us. So like Nitro Pinball, Nightwave Pinball, Solid State, LTC, Pinbar, and Retro Oasis, and White North Retro. We've got them all on pillars here. And they basically we've wrapped them with their logos and their locations. So Nightwave represents Northern Calgary, Pinball represents downtown Calgary, and Retro Oasis is in the south of the city, just down by Okotoks. For the banner this year, because last year we didn't know if we were ever going to do this again, we put kind of everybody up on the banner. But this year, because we're kind of planning to do this for a few more years going forward, if they'll have us, we made more generic banners that'll hold the test of time. So basically, I made 3 25-foot long banners that have our logo and have just various arcade sprites interacting with each other, of course, through the length of it. And almost every game that's in these banners is represented in the arcade. I think there's only a couple that we don't have. Like we don't have Dig Dug. We don't have.
It's kind of like the multicade marquees that have asteroids when the board doesn't have asteroids.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, again, if we have it in another year or two, we'll definitely have it. Like Arthur's about to get his butt kicked here. I stopped myself. And we got some things like the score on the Mario Brothers over there. I hid the 1-800 number for Nitro Pinball in there. And then like here, we've got Wizard of War characters fighting each other with Donkey Kong 3 and Sheriff fighting Centipede. And over here, we got some Metal Slug and some Konami characters from their representative games fighting each other. A little bit of Bury Me With My Money. Some more Ms. Pac-Man.
All of this officially licensed.
Metal Slug, yeah, right. And then we've got some Galaga, some 1942, and some Raiden fighting some Sinistar, which is one of the other games we just don't have this year, and some more Galaxians fighting up there. So anyway, that's mainly the art package. Of course, we've got our House Rules signs that we brought back that we ripped off from whatchamacallem from back in the day. Where is it here? House Rules. No fighting.
Aladdin's Castle.
I think that was Aladdin's Castle. Yeah, these are my version of them. No fighting, no food and drinks on games, no gambling, no damaging games. Pretty straightforward. So we've got those out there. Change machine changes. So last year, our change machine was right here by the ATM, or where the ATM is now. So one of the biggest challenges that we had last year is people would come asking us for the ATM, and we'd have to send them to the front of the building, which is like a 5-minute walk. Honestly, sometimes we'd never see them again. So this year we've got an ATM. BMO and the Calgary Stampede have put an ATM right in our space, and that's where the change machine was last year. So you'll take your 5s, your 10s, and your 20s. You'll turn to the right, and you'll come over here, and then this is where our change machine exists. So yeah, which last year it was over there. So people, even with the giant arrow above it that was lit up, people were like, "Hey, where's your change machine?" So
People don't read.
people don't read, but it's fine.
General public.
But you know what? I don't chalk it up to anything negative. Honestly, there's so much going on in here that I don't fault them for not seeing it. Like it was kind of wedged between some games. Well, of course you do. You're from Texas. But yeah, I was wedged between some games, so I can see them missing it. But anyway, we fixed that problem.
I blame the organizers too.
Yeah, I would blame the 8-Bit Roundup guys.
I blame rap music.
Anyway, so for the rest of the AV system, we have a bunch of QSC KW series speakers. We got 6 of them. Craig Learmont, one of our collectors who's part of this, he's actually over there right now working on some games with Jeff. Craig, wave. No, he's gone. He's busy. So Craig, who's a talented musician in his own right, he's one of those dueling piano musicians, really, really phenomenally good at it. Craig's got a hell of a PA system at home and some lighting and whatnot. So we've thrown that up on the truss. We've thrown HomeKit switches up on the truss, some routers, all that kind of stuff. Our security system is all up there. What else? Oh yeah. So
did you go into detail exactly what the security system does and the scope of its operation?
And how to get around it?
Cannot confirm or deny.
Point out the blind spots, please.
Well, there is one. It's right in front of the trailer. No, there's no blind spots in our system. We're pretty good. Anyway, so that's basically the operational side of things, or the logistical side of things. We're going to do this limited time offer, $20 cash if you can beat Craig at a round of Ms. Pac-Man. He did a kill screen last year on they're a plug for our merch, 8bitroundup.ca. You can go and buy our merch. Craig did a kill screen last year.
Nobody beats the Wiz.
He's
Nobody.
Tired. He's exhausted.
Did you get the quarter zip?
No.
You didn't. Oh, the one you got one made for yourself and you didn't list it.
No. So those are all the people that were helping us put this together. Yeah. Do you guys want to get a tour of the games?
That's what everyone wants.
That's what everyone cares about. Okay, where do I start with pinball, I guess? Let's go over here. We'll do a big circle. We'll go around the whole thing, okay? We're going to do this fairly rapid fire. If there's anything you guys want to see specifically, we'll stop. I can't see the comments on the phone, so yeah, we'll get
They're all
there.
negative.
Oh, they're all negative. Yeah, they're all super chats to mute chants. We're
pushing for 'em.
Oh, excellent. Star Wars Data East. We got Split Second from Stern, Captain Fantastic, which is a phenomenally good pinball machine. This is the
You might say it's fantastic.
It is. This is the solid state version, I believe, not the EM. We got Monster Bash. We've got Walking Dead, Earthshaker, King Kong. This is a King Kong Pro. We've got a Pokemon Pro. This one's actually really cool. This belongs to our buddy Dave Pidd. He's got a lenticular display in the back glass that has thick Charizard and thick Pikachu. We're gonna switch over here to Merlin's. Okay, so Merlin's. We've got Beetlejuice, brand new. Fun fact, Ed Robertson from the Bare Naked Ladies was down at Nightwave not long ago. They were in town, and Wes and Cam, who own this, ended up hosting him there and playing a few games. He wanted to play it. I guess they were doing a gig in Calgary, and so he stopped by and got a chance to play this. Wes was pretty proud about that, so I thought I'd throw it in there. Total Nuclear Annihilation.
Great game.
A great game. A phenomenally good game. 2001, Volley. I really like Volley. Volley's one of my favorite wedge heads. Pulp Fiction. Avengers Infinity Quest. This is a pro. Magic. Another great game from Stern. My favorite game of all time, Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends. So I have one of these as
Great
well
game.
that I've fully restored. Yeah, this is Cam's.
Second only
World
to
Cup
Terminator
Soccer.
2.
Terminator 2 is
It's
horrible.
secretly a football themed game.
What? It's World Cup Soccer?
No, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, it is secretly a football themed game. Huh. We'll talk more about football in a bit. Demolition Man. I'm really excited that this is
World
here.
Cup
This is one
Soccer's
of my
also
No
favorites.
free rides.
No free rides. Frankenstein.
You don't know how to use the 3 shells?
Is there like a thing behind they're buttons? They're buttons.
Have you never
never see
watched the
them-
movie?
Yes, I've watched the movie like 1,000
What
times.
kind of idiot
man.
doesn't know how to use the 3 shells?
Anyway. Stargate. This Stargate is awesome. It's in really good condition. Really nice game. Cactus Canyon. So this is the
Sequel to
remake.
Defender.
Yeah. This is the Cactus Canyon remake, not one of the originals. We got Shadow. This thing is in amazing condition. Jeff, are you selling this? Jeff?
I played one of
selling
those
your
for the first
Shadow?
time the other day. Great game.
I don't think he's selling it. Sorry, Liam? But Shadow?
Yeah, I played one of those the other day. It was actually really fun. The sub playfield is super cool.
Super cool. Like you've got this whole thing where you have to battle with this little plunger, but you got to like lock the sanctum or to like lock him into the sanctum and then get up into the battlefield. And then these are diverters, these little dagger diverters. They're really cool. You switch them with an extra buttons on the sides.
It's one of the best games featuring Alec Baldwin.
Agreed. Starship Troopers. That's a really cool game. One of my personal favorites, Indiana Jones. Venture. What is this game? Volley
Vector?
something. Vector. I know nothing about this game. Vector.
I
This
played
is
it. It's
Vector.
not bad.
It's not bad. I'm gonna get in trouble from Wes because I think he's watching right now and he's probably screaming at his thing. Vector. It's hard to read. If I couldn't read it back in the day, do you think? Anyway,
Reading is
Houdini?
hard.
Reading is hard. I'm illiterate. Houdini. Now, I really, really like Houdini, except for that one shot at the back, which sucks. Other than that, Houdini's a great game. Sharky Shootout, which is another good game. Actually, all of our games are good. Royal Rumble. Here you go, Kay. This one's for you, man.
It is a really fun pin.
This is a really fun game. Star Wars Pro. Riverboat Gambler. This one's cool because you've got the pass, bid, red,
Doesn't the sign
black.
say no gambling?
It does say no gambling. Yeah, you're right. Top Gun. It's not Top Gun. That's Top
Is that
Gun.
a rethemed
Yeah.
what? F-14? No.
Yeah. No,
What
this
is
is
that?
Top Gun. This is Gottlieb Top Gun.
No, it's not.
It's Gold Wings.
Yeah.
It's Gold
okay.
Wings with a Top Gun thing in it. But yeah, this is Gottlieb Gold Wings. We've got a display case that we're going to put out. Big Buck Hunter Pro. This is one of our first arcade games that we've got.
My
It's owned by
favorite
one of the.
pinball.
It's owned by one of the. Well, it's owned by one of the pinball guys. That's why it's sitting over here because we brought it in at the same time. We brought all of his pins in about a week ago. We have Centigrade 37. This game is phenomenally good for its age. Algar.
What's that in Fahrenheit?
I don't know, man. I don't.
It's like
I
100.
don't speak American temperatures.
Nice
and
hat, by the
then-
way.
What? My Hawaii hat? Yeah, I still use
American.
Celsius when I'm in Hawaii. And then we've got Arcade Edition Harry Potter. So that one's really, really cool. Okay, so that's the first row of games. We got a lot of games to go through here. Deadpool, Flash Gordon, and we've got the Flash Gordon soundtrack up on the PA system too. That'll go around from Queen when we're live and playing. Jurassic Park from Stern. This one's like fully modded out. Big Game also from Stern, the different Stern. Flipper Cowboy. I think this is our oldest game we have. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the year is on
So
this. We gotta
old
get
they
the
had to
glass.
highlight that it had a new feature called Flippers.
Yeah, right. John Wick, the Pro. Fall of the Emperor. I did not know this even was a thing, to be honest with you. I missed the press
Somehow
release on
Palpatine
this.
returned.
Yeah, like what the heck? Really cool game. This is the Metallica Premium Edition. This belongs to our buddy Dave. This is one of the nicest Metallicas in the existence of this run of pins. This is just phenomenally well done. Atlantis, Stargazer, Simpsons Pinball Party, also from Stern. Xenon. How do you pronounce that in America? Xenon? Xenon. Yeah. Xenon. Decal. I would say this is a phenomenally good game. This is Alien Poker. Probably one of the best old titles that we have from Williams.
Alien Poker? I hardly know her.
Seriously, officer. Bally's Lost World. Ninja Eclipse. This is a really cool game. If you've ever heard of these Turner games, Ninja Eclipse is a good one. One of my personal top favorites of all time, not just because it's like a film and television thing, but Creature from the Black Lagoon. I love the ramps on this game. I think
this is the next one on our
games.
list. It's such a good machine.
Oh yeah, and it's so like this one's in really good condition too. This belongs to Darren Krywalt and I think Dan Horn and Darren, a couple of our guys. Yeah, I'm so happy that game's here. I've been wanting to play this again for the longest time. One of our first X-Men. This is an X-Men Pro. Dr. No. Galaxy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, the really cool thing about this Turtles, and actually that Jurassic Park that was back there that we just looked at, they have the modded code in them. So all the call outs and all the video clips are from in this case, the old Turtles cartoon from back in the day. And then on the Jurassic Park, it's actual movie quotes and call outs from the original Jurassic Park movie. Finally, this year, we have a Star Wars Mandalorian. Now, that's funny because when I do the rendering of this place every year to kind of see where all the games fit, I've crashed SketchUp so many times that I had to stop putting the individual pinball machines in because they're pretty much all the same size. I just used the Mandalorian for it. So now this year, we actually have a Mandalorian. Ghostbusters.
That's that new movie that just came out, right?
What, the Mandalorian? No, this is the old. Yeah,
I've been meaning to go see it. It's on my list.
Is it really good? I don't know. It's just to sell toys. Yeah, no. Andor was the best Star Wars in modern times. Foo Fighters, another Deadpool. There's a few games that we have duplicates of the pinball machines, but we wanted that on purpose because they get lineups on some of them. Because like we have like 1.5 million people come through the Calgary Stampede every year. So like we want to make sure we've got some space for them to play their favorite titles. This just showed up this morning. This is like a really nice, really tricked out Medieval Madness. Really excited that this game is here. One of my favorite games. Tina Fey was actually one of the voice actors on this, I believe. Fun fact.
I knew that and forgot.
Yeah. Craig's doing some coin mechs on the Donkey Kong. We'll get back to the arcade stuff in a minute. We're almost done most of the pins. We got Jackbot. Another Dr. No. This one's got a few mods to it, a little tricked out. Circus Voltaire. I haven't played this yet. I've looked at this game for years. I've never had a chance to actually play it. I just rebuilt the coin door for him the other day. But this is like super exciting that it's here.
It's got some really cool shots and effects on that one.
Oh, yeah. You know what's really cool about this that I think, Liam, is the fact that the DMD is under the glass.
Yeah, I played one for the first time a few days ago as well.
Really?
Yeah, really cool. It has a video mode where you play pinball in the video mode.
No.
Yes.
Huh.
It plays like a pinball game.
Well, what's really cool is
that PAL right there next to those two bumpers. Yeah, that's a pop bumper that hides in the playfield as well.
Oh, wow. Oh, this.
Yeah, it usually is in the playfield, and it pops out.
Okay. Yeah, that's gnarly. Magnets and the whole thing, and that giant like custom neon rope. Anyway, moving on. We got a lot to cover still. We're not even out of the pinball. Alien, the limited version. Black Knight Sword of Rage. This is an LE. We got Spider-Man. We got a multimorphic P3. I don't know what game he's putting in here. It looks like some kind of castle game. I don't know multimorphic very well, but anyway, so that's there. Star Trek. This is one of my favorite modern Sterns. I love this game, especially the pro one where you see like the lasers up the side, the premium one. This is just the pro model, but still phenomenally good game. Elvira House of Horrors. Now, I love and hate this game. I love this game because it's a gorgeous looking game. Some of the mechs on it are super, super cool. But I hate this game because if you ever had to work on one, tearing apart that house at the back to get to the mechanism in the back is an absolute nightmare. So, anyway, that being said, Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast. This is number 300 of the numbered Iron Maiden ones. This is the one with the really cool like holographic decals on the side, or decals, I guess. So yeah, love this game. This was a late edition. Very, very excited that it's here. I've got we'll switch to one arcade thing here real quickly. We've got Pac-Man Battle Royale. Now, I need to do a quick shout out here because our friends at Twisted Quarter saved our butts on this. We had the monitor die a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and yesterday, 2 days ago, they were basically able to get me a new one, and they overnighted this to Calgary from Florida. So we have a new monitor that will show up in this thing tomorrow. So
That ain't
super,
cheap.
super excited. That ain't cheap, but you know what? This game does really, really well. It's very, very popular. And fun fact, this is going to be the only LCD arcade game that we have in the entire collection. This is the newest out of all of the arcade games, I think, unless we've got I guess we have a Buck Hunter HD. So sorry, there's 2 games that have LCDs, but I believe these are our 2 newest of any of our games. So I just got done rebuilding that and cleaning that up. We've had that at Pin Bar for a number of years. So it's fully up and running as soon as that monitor comes. Arcade games and a couple more pinball machines, I guess. Or do we want to do the last of the pins first? Let's do the pins first. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we have another X-Men. This is the X-Men Premium. I love this game. This is part of the Nitro Pinball showroom. So all the pinball machines we're going to see from here on out are actually owned by Nitro Pinball. You can come down and talk to Dan about it. He can, I think in a lot of cases, order these from you. So if you want to buy from Nitro, Nitro has these in stock for the most part, or they can sell you these floor models. So anyway, X-Men Premium, Led Zeppelin Premium. This is one of my favorite Stern pins of all time. Pokemon Premium Edition. We got another Pulp Fiction here. We got Dungeons and Dragons. That's the Pro. We have Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I really like this game. I don't know why people hate on this so much, but I honestly think this is one of the nicest games that Jersey Jack has done. I've got 2 more Pro editions. So we got a Pokemon Pro and a King Kong Pro. So these ones actually won't be in the arcade down here, nor will a couple other arcade games like this Gyrus, that Make Tracks, or that Tron. And then there's a Robotron as well. Those 6 games are going to be going into the big market area on the other side of Stampede Park to help promote this. So we've kind of got a couple of little small satellite booths out there. So we're going to run that just to drive some more traffic over here, because at the end of the day, part of the reason why I'm here, other than doing something cool with my friends, is to help all the food vendors that are down here in this massive area. Just a word on that, like we've got like a really cool cookie place, really cool hard ice cream place. Probably the best Vietnamese food I've ever had in my life is down here. So anyway, so yeah, helping them out by driving more traffic. Back to the pins. So another John Wick. This is the premium John Wick. Another Merlin's. We've got a Stranger Things Premium. We've got another Beetlejuice. This thing's really cool. Have you guys seen this before? Like, this is brand new.
Say it one more time.
Beetlejuice.
Uh-oh.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Yeah.
No, that's now
So
6.
here's what's cool about this. I got a forklift running behind me taking our garbage out. So here's what's cool about this Beetlejuice. If you walk up to one without putting a coin in and you go Beetlejuice, 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 it sets off an attract mode. Like it's listening for you to say it 3 times. And like the topper goes
It's not
off.
creepy at all.
No, it's great. The sandworm starts dancing. Like really, really, really cool.
So it's collecting your information at all times.
Yes. You can shut the camera off. Spooky did a really good job on this game. I'm really, really happy with it. What else? Fall of the Empire. So this is the last pin sitting here. We've got a couple more coming. I think there's a Guns N' Roses coming. I think there's another Wedge Head coming. But for the most part, that's going to be all of our pinball machines.
I didn't see a RoboCop. This lineup is garbage, and I hate it.
You would, wouldn't you? We're going to take a little detour.
Is it time for a refreshing Coca-Cola product?
It may or may not be. This is not an ad. Oh, forklift's going away. We've been filling these dumpsters with packing material for like 3 weeks now. So we're going to have 3 Monster Energy drink branded pop machines down in our space. So there's going to be some, I think exclusive to us. I'm not 100% sure, but there's going to be some some really cool like Hawaiian blue and whatnot Monster Energy drinks in the space. So that's really cool that they've come along and wanted to be a part of what we're doing. Yeah. Do you want to go through some arcade games next?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is the meat and potatoes that Charlie's been waiting for. So, pole position. Yeah.
Keep going.
Prepare to qualify, right? Tron. So this is our first, well, I guess there's the other Tron back there, but we'll get to it. So we got a Tron. We've got a Tetris and a Tato cabinet. Super Breakout. We've got our first Defender on the list. Last year, Defender and Street Fighter were the 2 most asked for games. Didn't have either of them. This year, we've got 2 Defenders and a Stargate, and I think Street Fighter. We definitely have a Street Fighter Championship Edition with gold ROM or rainbow ROMs in it, and we'll get to that in a minute. We've got a Ms. Pac-Man. We've got an X-Men. We've got a Ms. Pac-Man cocktail. Now, this is going to be a pretty special game. We've got a whole lounge area that we're building that will have 8 different cocktails. So this is the
cocktail lounge.
Yeah. Literally a cocktail lounge. We're using it as storage right now, but I'll show you the chairs in a minute. It's gonna be sweet. We got an afterburner. This thing we just built from the ground up. Al Burnell and I, actually a handful of these games that we're looking at right here at first. These are from Al's collection. There's like 6 or 7 of them that in the last 7 weeks we built from scratch, basically from all the parts in his shop. So if you guys were following on my personal Instagram, I was giving updates as we were going. And a lot of these things, Al spent, sleepless nights just getting going. And I did a lot of the cabinet repair to them and whatnot. And he did a lot of the electronics and our buddy Adam did a lot of the monitors. We got Turbo. So this game,
my favorite old school racer of all time.
It's a great game, but this specific one has about 50 million zip ties and a power bar inside. Whoever did the restoration on this before Al got it was a bit of a redneck, but it's working. It's good. It's great. The speaker in this thing is amazing.
That probably came from me then.
Probably. Point Blank 2. This is in a Mortal Kombat cabinet. Yeah. Enough said. Super Mario Brothers. Want to shout out to a couple of the guys on the Discord, the Overtime Arcade Discord, for helping us. This was one of the games that we had to get brackets for to do the monitors, or to the monitor in this one.
Because you're not familiar with how Nintendo arcade cabinets are put together.
I know these like the back of my hand, and Al swore that he had the brackets. In fact, we go to look at the parts, and when he had ordered from Mike, he ordered 2 of the vertical monitor lower brackets, not the side brackets. And he doesn't carry the side brackets. So we had to get a couple of the guys who generously reached out and helped us get those last seconds so that we could build this one. And then another game we were working on. Moving on, because we got a lot to cover still. Arkanoid. So this is actually going to have Arkanoid 2 inside it. Really tough game. Really tough game.
You mean like Revenge of Doe?
Yeah. Our Revenge of Joe is incredibly hard. Joust. We've got Robotron. This is our first of 2 Robotrons. We got a Galaga 88. We've got Badlands. If you've never played Badlands, this is like championship sprint, but with guns and rockets. It's super cool. So this was a late edition. We have Asteroids Deluxe. This was from the ground up scratch rebuild as well. Adam and Al did this basically yesterday and got it completely rebuilt. Vindicators. Atari Football. Now, Charlie, have you played this?
It's been a long time.
You're a big football fan.
It's just X's and O's.
It's just X's and O's. This game actually makes me enjoy football. I cannot tell you enough. When we first fired this thing up and got it running, like 6 or 7 weeks ago, we knew right away that this had to be one of the first games in front of the trailer in the row, because we just wanted to see people's reaction to it. It's super approachable. It's super easy to learn. It's just a black and white monitor. If you can find one of these, I don't know about the baseball version, but I know this is phenomenally cool. And I don't like sports that don't have engines in them, right? If petrol's not involved, I don't really watch it. So this for me was super, super cool.
Do you have St. Peter's season tickets now?
No, God, no.
Big win over the BC Lions yesterday.
I don't care. Sorry. Football, soccer.
No big CFL fans out there?
No, well, there's probably some in the chat. I mean, Wayne's probably a Rough Riders fan. Wayne's probably the only Rough Riders fan that can count to 12. Anyway, Space Duel Upright Cocktail.
Saskatchewan team.
Yeah, Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
Is it the Rough Riders? Oh,
it's the Rough Riders. Yeah.
You're in second
You
place.
didn't put
Calgary's
that in the
fourth.
cocktail lounge?
Sorry, what?
You're not putting that in the cocktail lounge?
We're not. And well, some of our upright cocktails are going to be in the cocktail lounge, but we'll talk about that in a bit. This one, I wanted a little bit closer to the trailer because I had a spot for it, because I had more stand-up cocktails, bar top cocktails, than I thought we did at the beginning. And so when I was doing the layout, I was like, of course Space Duel has to be there. This is one of the best vector games, color vector games Atari ever made. So that's in there. But we'll get to that. Track and field. Stargate. So that's new here.
It's your second Stargate.
The only Williams game I don't have.
Is that true?
Yeah.
We almost had 2 of these. In fact, I think we have another game that's in a Stargate cab that's not a Defender. I think we have another one of these floating around here somewhere, but I got to check. Next, Dragon's Lair. And we're going to have the monitor on top of it. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there is no way on Earth to change Dragon's Lair, the board on Dragon's Lair, to 1 coin per play. You have to have 2 coins per credit on this Dragon's Lair board.
Oof.
There's no way. So what's funny is this is going to be one of those things where people come and
You can
realize
rig up a
this
multiplier circuit.
Could you? I'm not going to do
probably.
that. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. But the point is like, for this, it's going to be like people who show up here are going to know we know what we're doing at least a little bit, if they know, because this game is twice the cost of any other game here, which is, what was it, 2 quarters back in the day? Next. So this is the other way that people are going to know that we know what we're doing. This is new game. I honestly can't remember what we put in here. Right? We didn't have the marquee for it. It was a shmup that we had. We have so many of these HS9 Dynamo cabinets, and we literally didn't know what we were going to put in here because this had Raiden, but we already had Raiden in another cabinet from one of the other guys in a nicer control panel. So we were kind of like, we can't have 2 Raidens. There's just no point. So let's just put whatever Al had in it, which I want to say is like Outzone or something else like that. I can't remember what it is, but it's a really cool shooter game. And then I had this left over from season 2 of My Life with the Walter Boys when we did an arcade there. I designed this back then because it was just, it was a funny nod to, operator culture back in the day. So we threw that in there. So that's new game. What else? Okay, so that's a lot of Al's stuff. Okay, yeah. So this Gyrus, this Make Tracks, which only has like 300 plays on it, it's very similar to mine. Actually, came in the same.
Is that from
what, sorry?
the warehouse?
Yeah. This is from the same collection that mine came from. Fun fact, actually, Al, who owns this one, this is his second one because he sold me the one I have, and then a few years later got his hands on this. We have Mercs. The Tron we talked about. Okay, let's go over here. So this is another one of our more modern games. Buck Hunter HD, Big Buck HD. So that's here. We've got an NBA Jam. It's going to be a little tight in here, so we're going to try and work our way through it. Space Invaders, Lethal Enforcers. Jeff actually just did some board work on that, so that's ready to go and solid now. We got a Raiden back there in an HS9 cabinet. That's the one I spoke about earlier. We've got one of the first of two Namco 20-year reunion cabs. I know Craig's got two of these. I think this is the one with the 25-inch monitor in it, which is pretty gnarly, playing Galaga and Ms. Pac-Man on a 20. I'll concede that those games are kind of fun on a 25-inch monitor. Radical Bikers. Charlie, you've played this game, right?
Maybe once.
Yeah, super fun little game. And this is in the same cabinet, I think, as Killer Instinct, which is pretty gnarly.
It's really
is that a
hard to
Mortal
play
Kombat
Killer
4
Instinct with
cabinet?
those controls, though.
So this is, by the way, guys, this is Jeff. Liam, if you won't be able to hear them, Jeff, but Liam, if you ever wanted a White North Retro test pattern generator and a Game Boy shell, this is the man who developed it. He took my
Amazing.
ideas
I would
and
love
some
to
of
see the
his
work.
ideas.
Chance won't let him work
one.
on it. He's forcing him to
got
fix
one.
Lethal Enforcers.
We've got one back there in the trailer. But yeah,
You
so
got
Jeff
one there,
also,
but not one here.
We'll talk. Jeff and I are also the ones who developed the little Data East noise filter boards that we sell. Anyway, moving on. Metal Slug X, our first of 3 Mario Brothers cabinets. We've had 3 Mario Brothers cabinets. They're going to all go in different areas of the arcade, but yes, we have 3 Mario Brothers cabinets. It's a long story, but they're all in really good shape and they're all really good games. And there was a lineup last year, so I figured, might as well put 3 in. Tekken Tag, Jeff's just working on that right now. House of the Dead, this is a really cool game. Daytona USA 2. This is phenomenally cool. So I've never played Daytona USA 2, but I think it was like 4 or 5 weeks ago, I went over to Jeff's place. He had been working on cleaning these up, and we sat down and we had a race. We had them head to head. We didn't have them side by side. We had them head to head, and I couldn't see his reaction. I had no idea. It felt like we were playing it for like 10 minutes. Turns out it was only a minute and a half. Make all of the jokes you want. But phenomenally fun game. Centipede. So that just got dropped off the other day. We got Silent Scope. Really cool. I love this with the little display in the scope. We got Gauntlet. We've got a Marble Madness with Indiana Jones artwork on the side. Craig switches these back and forth. So yeah, this one's Marble Madness. Bubble Bobble in a Tato cabinet. We got another one of my games. My Warlords up on legs, so it'll be in the bar height area. We've got, what do we got here? Sheriff. So we're putting that in because Calgary Stampede, Sheriff, we might as well.
Is the sound working?
Sound is working. We don't know why it stops working, but if I run it and then I kill the power, and then turn it back on, the sound stops working. So we'll figure that out. But if you let it sit for a little bit,
an attendant next to the game, all Stampede.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to, because as soon as I turn on the power after it's been sitting for a little while, the sound comes back. So it'll make it through 10-day. We'll be fine. Crazy Climber. I don't like this game. This is a cool game. I'm not a fan. I can't get down on the controls, but Crazy Climber, it's a pretty game. Dave did really good picking this up. We got a Moon Patrol cocktail.
Very nice.
We got a
Did you get
Galaga
those
cocktail.
instruction cards printed out?
Oh yeah, Charlie, thank you very much for this. So we got those printed out. I had to edit the colors a little bit because the scans seemed a little washed out on the red. But yeah, we got that done. This is fully restored, by the way. So it's in phenomenally good shape now. Galaga cocktail. We got the red tent. So this is going to go up on the legs over here. So it'll be bar height as well. We're going to, in the middle of our cocktail lounge area, we're going to have a row of games with tables between them. And that's going to be this red tent up on bar height legs. And then a
Can
table.
I make a request? Have White North Retro reproduce those legs and sell me a set.
I would love to, but I think like this is my set from my red tent. My red tent is at home right now in the basement, sitting down on its side because we needed these legs. So we just basically pulled the whole set off mine and we're putting them on Jeff's red tent because his was ready to go.
Yeah. Reproduce them.
Okay, well, we'll talk. But yeah, so we'll go red tent. We'll go red tent. We'll go a table. We'll go Warlords. We'll go a table. And then we'll do Pac-Man Battle Royale. So, okay. A few more games. Let's try and work our way through this pile. So we've got Rampage World Tour. We actually have Rampage coming as well. We're missing about 25 arcade games that still aren't here that show up tomorrow. So we'll have Rampage World Tour and Rampage right across from each other, which will be really cool. We'll have Simpsons. We'll have Turtles in Time. We'll have X-Men. We'll have Off-Road. Here's Turtles. Here's the Star Castle that they're working on right now to get some stuff done in the coin door. We got Blades of Steel. This is so much fun. Blades of Steel should do really well.
Yeah, because hockey's popular in Canada, right?
Hockey's popular in Canada. And apparently in the United States, because we haven't won a Canadian Stanley Cup in a number of years. Anyway, doesn't have a V8 or doesn't have an engine and petrol. I don't really care. Golden Tee. We got a Gauntlet Legend, so both of those gauntlets will be cool. We're gonna have 2 Sunset Riders cabinets. We're gonna have 2 X-Men cabinets, actually. What's over here? Oh, Street Fighter Alpha 3 that they're working on right now. Oh no, Craig, you're working on Donkey Kong Jr. To me. Well, they put a 3 over top of the thing. Yeah. We'll get a new marquee for it later, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes, right? Like there's 200 games here. Donkey Kong Jr. So this was here last year. Donkey Kong. Craig, did we have this here last year, the Donkey Kong? Both of these were here? Okay, cool. So yeah, Donkey Kong. We're going to have a Tempest somewhere around here. We got a Star Wars. Star Wars, Missile Command. What is this in the... This is Berserk. Okay, so there's Berserk is all wrapped up. Got a Xevious. Got a Paperboy. Got a Tempest. Here, I'll just go over here. Sprint 2. That's a cool game. We'll see the front of that in a second. So Craig's fully restored Paperboy. This was here last year too. Got a ton of play. We got our Tempest. We had like 4 or 5 color vector monitors and like 3 or 4 black and whites.
Any GO8s?
I think one. Kari Warriors. Still got to replace the side art on that. I haven't done that. That got that's the only thing that got damaged last year was the side art on this. And it wasn't even a guest. It was actually one of our guys that turned a cabinet to turn off the whole pile. And when he put it back, he knocked the game into the side of this and ripped the side art. So, but yeah, so we were pretty lucky that was all that we had. Asteroids. Another Gyrus, so this will be down here. We've got, here's Outzone. So Outzone, it's in more of a generic cabinet. There's the Sprint 2. And then I'm going to go around to the other side. We got a couple more rows of games here. Yeah. But we'll have some more Neo Geo show up. Oh, yeah, Millipede. There's a Millipede cocktail sitting here. Here's another Asteroids. Here's another one of our Mario Brothers. Carnival. This is a fun game. It gets boring after a bit, but still a fun game initially. Lazarian. Valley Midway Lazarian.
Laser Ian.
Lazarian.
Laser Ian.
Lazarian.
You guys just say it differently in Canada.
Yeah, Decal. Rygar. And then there is an Indiana Jones cabinet back there. We're gonna put this next to the Marble Madness because side art. There's an Aero Fighters. Moving on. So Aero Fighters and a Dynamo HS2 cabinet. We've got Ghouls and Ghosts in a Dynamo HS2 cabinet. What's next? Gorf. What's behind Gorf all wrapped up here? There's a Pac-Man here. There's a Wizard of War. They're our first of our Neo Geos. So we've got this Neo Geo is going to have, or I guess our second Neo Geo, because we had Metal Slug X over there. So we got Bust a Move in this guy. Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. This is one I was talking about before with the Rainbow ROMs. We have another Robotron. So this second one, that's going to go over in the other building. We have a Killer Instinct with a brand new monitor in it. I'm super, super excited for that. Here's another Defender that we have. Championship Sprint. Just did most of a restoration on this guy. Pit Fighter, Black Widow.
Personal favorite there, Pit Fighter.
Black Widow? Pit Fighter, yeah. We got Smash TV. We got, Charlie, how do you pronounce this before I butcher it? Kicks. Yeah, okay, so we're on par with that. So we got Kicks, we got Qbert, and then we got another 20 games that honestly, off the top of my head, I can't remember. Oops.
Is that enough games?
I think so. I hope so. I mean, what? We when we did the renderings initially, we said 120 games. Or no, we said 80 arcade games and 80 pinball machines. But we ended up having way more arcade games ready to go. Just having our friends at Retro Oasis come back, having Craig and Jeff completely triple their personal collection, and then now Al Burnell, a lot of the first games that we talked about, and then a big chunk of the last games we just talked about. There's 45 games from Al here. He was supposed to be involved last year, but just due to some complications, he just wasn't able to be involved. And this year, he stepped up and saw what we were doing and wanted to be a part of it. And Al's an old operator from back in the day, back in the 80s, down in Lethbridge, Alberta, and he wanted another kick at the can. So we gave him the opportunity. So yeah, really loving it.
Love it.
Yeah, cool. Questions?
Are you tired?
Comments? I'm exhausted, man. we are 3 days from the Calgary Stampede, and I legitimately I'm tired. I've barely seen my wife. I've barely seen my dog. We've just been working on games, and at the end of the day, all we want to do is do something cool. We watched last year. People just digging the nostalgia, right? Helping the food vendors out, and making my wife look good for her boss. So that was a big deal. And okay, we had a moment last year that I want to bring up. I think maybe I mentioned this before, but so the Calgary Stampede has the full midway with all the crazy midway food, like your scorpions on pizza or your twisted potato and the giant bloomin' onion and all that kind of stuff, right? Standard fare food, okay? Cotton candy, that kind of thing. But down here in the Big Four, they've got actual restaurants. You can get a really good, Vietnamese thing. You can get some Greek food, some real hard, actual ice cream, not soft serve. And so we had this single mother of 3 kids show up last year and have a chat with one of our guys. And I guess what happened is her kids are of the age now where she can't hide the Calgary Stampede from them. They have a lot of fun when they come every year. They get to go on the rides and do the thing. And over the years, it's not the cheapest thing in the world. It's a fair. You're going to spend. You got a family of 3 kids. You're going to spend some money. And so again, single mother of 3, a little bit lower income than most. And so she showed up, and the first thing that she wanted to do, she knew that there were food vendors down here. So the first thing that she wanted to do was get some good food into her kids. And she showed up, fed them, and then saw we existed and gave them $20 each. And they just, the 3 of them, $60. They just tired themselves out. Some of them were really good at pinball. They just played all night. And it blew her mind that she could basically make her kids happy, feed them some good food, and then they got that Stampede experience out of it. And that to us was huge, right? So there was that. There was a mix of like, there was a guy, we had an asteroids cabinet, one of Craig's, one of the ones that we saw earlier. It was sitting over here by the trailer, and for the first 3 days, because we had a problem with the coin door not like grounding out and blowing fuses, and it took us 3 days to get it up and running, just cause. And when we finally got it up and running, that game itself made probably one of the biggest impacts for coin drop that we had seen across all of the games. And all of it, almost all of it, was attributed to one guy who just kept showing up to drop coins in it. He said like that was his childhood right there. And we would walk by and we would see him sitting there, right? And that to me was
Just sell
was
him a
huge.
cabinet.
Yeah, we should have actually, now that I think about it. But anyway, so now we got two of them, and deluxe. So yeah, we're hoping to do pretty good. Stampede this year should be pretty good. When you come to the Stampede grounds, weather here is usually pretty good. Like it can get up to like 29, 30 degrees Celsius. What's that in Fahrenheit?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Like
But
80?
so every once in a while, for a 10-day fair, we sometimes get rain, right? We get rain for a day or for half the day, or it's too hot outside. So people will kind of, find their way downstairs to the lower Big Four, because, like I said, this was the world's largest curling. I think it still holds the record for the world's largest curling rink. And so the AC in
That's
this
a record the
building is,
USA is not going to take from you.
no. Maybe
Yeah,
Norway.
you can have it.
Yeah. But the AC in this building is phenomenally cool. Even when we got 2,000 square feet of arcades going.
Are you technically below
Arcade games.
ground?
Not well. I think about half, probably about 4 feet, 5 feet deep. Yeah, but I mean, what we get out of it is like this really nice polished concrete that the leg levelers on the pinball machines seem to stick to really well, which is pretty cool. And yeah, just this massive open space. So pretty excited.
Good stuff.
That's
Good
it.
stuff.
Yeah. So I do have to thank a few people. Definitely my wife, for kicking this whole thing off, and getting us the opportunity here. And then all the people. There's so many people to mention on this. You can see all of our partners on 8bitroundup.ca. You can buy our merch if you want to support. Actually, the merch is at cost. So you'd just be wearing the logo and you'd be supporting us by name. You wouldn't be supporting us financially that way. But you can go on and check our merch on there. And yeah, if you still have an opportunity to come to Calgary for the 2026 Calgary Stampede, I would get your butt here. We don't promise that we're going to be back for a third year. We never promised we were going to be back for a second year. We want to just kind of play it every year at a time so that we do the best darn show that we can put on for people, and bleed that nostalgia and help the vendors down here grow as best they can. But
Nope.
yeah,
Next
who
year
knows
it's
if we're here next
10,000
year.
square feet.
Oh man, this building is so massive. I could probably do that. I know Vanessa was doing a tour with her boss the other day, kind of looking around some of her spaces. And I guess he just stopped in his tracks. And he was here last year, so he saw what we had built. And by that point in time, we had already exceeded the game count sitting on the floor from last year. And he was just like, there are a lot more games here. And she's like, yeah, there's still another 50 that haven't shown up yet. So
Yeah, if you're tripling the
uh,
space every year, it would be 18,000 square feet. So
eight,
good
18,000.
luck.
I think we could do that actually. I think if we put another change machine and we do another trailer and we clone a couple of my guys so we have the support. But like honestly, without some of these guys, like this would not have happened.
You're going to have a
Like
shortage of loonies in the province.
Well, yeah, here's a quick shout out. Shout out to Scotiabank, Chinook Center. Those ladies that work at that location, the branch manager, the customer experience manager, we showed up I want to say like 3-4 months ago to like set up the accounting and the business side of things. The branch manager has one of our 8-bit roundup stickers on her desk above her phone. She's had it there since last year when we gave it to her. she recognized me when I came in the door. The staff, all the people at the till recognized me. So instead of me running around to every single Scotiabank in the city and getting replenishment, we've just hooked up a deal with them, and they're gonna help us out this year. So yeah, I mean, we literally drained the city of Calgary Scotiabanks out of coins last year. So, but yeah, it's crazy that these guys, all of my friends, all of these businesses, like promoting some of these businesses that we want to see do really good, like, Retro Oasis, small town arcade, Nightwave up north, Calgary, like just starting out, Pin Bar established downtown Calgary, Nitro Pinball, like all of these things. We just want to keep pushing LTC Pinball and all these guys, and we just hope that they do the best. And out of it, we get some nostalgia. I get to hang out with some of my best friends playing games and talking to people and sharing the love. And then yeah, they're following me into the abyss with this again, and I can't be more than grateful to all of them. So yeah, that's it. That's 8-Bit Roundup 2026.
Other than that, what have you been
So,
up to?
oh man, I guess as soon as this is done, I got to go back to the film world and start work on a Sony show. So yeah, that's it. Really, I have not really bought any arcade games or done anything lately. I'm trying to buy Al's ice cold beer, but I don't think he's going to sell it to me. That's the last game on
Great
my
game.
must-have list. Yeah, yeah. But no, nothing much else, man.
Start manufacturing red tent leg extension kits.
You know what? After we get off this, after I leave you guys to go to do your vices, I'm going to go have a chat with Jeff. We have one of the great things about Calgary, Alberta, is we're in the this is oil country in Alberta, right? And we're the blue collar or the white collar city down here in Calgary, and then blue collar up in Edmonton. And between
Who's
us,
in first place in the
and
CFL, by the way?
oh, are they? Oh, you looked this up? The Eskimos, are they still called the Eskimos?
The Elks.
The Elks. Oh, they changed their name. See how much I know about sports? I can tell you who won the Grand Prix today in Austria. I don't know. That's all I care about. Yeah, anyway, so in Alberta, we have so much manufacturing. Charlie, I don't see a world where we couldn't potentially take my set of legs and reproduce them. It just depends on if we find the right vendor that can do them. And then the shipping cost to the States is going to be crazy.
I've almost thought about doing one myself, and like it wouldn't necessarily have to be perfect. Like I would maybe get like square tubing that has holes already, but like would those holes line up with Nintendo? And like I don't have one to like in front of me to clone.
Got to be perfect, man. For you, at least, it has to be close enough, right? Can't be certified good enough. It has to be pretty damn good. So
yeah.
Anyway,
Liam's getting angry because the TPG isn't shipping yet.
Oh, hold on, Liam. 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves.
See, Matt in the chat is already signing up for a leg extension kit.
Look at that.
Matt,
it's in a box. Just put a sticker on it and put it in the mail.
Sorry, I forgot. I need to shout out Matt as well. Matt was like super, super helpful at getting, helping me with Sheriff. Here, hold on. Let me just go to my... it's like Jerry Voluptuous as an example, and Math's Gesture are the two guys on the Overtime Arcade Discord that helped us out with the Nintendo brackets. So shout out to those guys, but also shout out to Matt. Matt was helping me back and forth get Sheriff figured out. We did like a bunch of long distance troubleshooting. I don't know what it is yet, but we're getting close. We know what it definitely isn't. But yeah, shout out to those guys for all their help. Liam.
Yeah, I see it. I know what it looks like. It looks great.
It's in green.
It looks like it's not in his hands yet.
Is that the review unit?
This is
That's
one of our
Play It Loud
units,
edition.
yeah. This is my personal review unit.
Ah.
So we've got this one, and we've got Jeff's. I think is pink and black.
Send it to Liam.
Yeah, and then did we get Sheriff going? Matt, you might have missed that part. It is working. It works, and then if we turn it off and turn it back on right away, the sound stops working again. But if we let it sit for a while, don't go anywhere. I'm going to take my headphones out, and you're going to talk to Liam live on camera. Okay, he's not. He's busy. It's Jeff. I was talking about this. But yeah, no, if we let it sit for a while, the sound will come back when we turn it back on. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm about ready to it'll survive Stampede. But beyond that, we'll have to do some more work. I probably have to send the boards to my buddy Andre in Quebec and he can take a look at it. But we'll get it figured out. So yeah. Cool. Anything else? I gotta go. I've been here for yes. I want to go home tonight and see my wife and dog.
Go home, take a shower, and go to bed.
Oh man, I need that
on
so
your way
bad.
home. Drop that in the mail for me.
We'll
There's
talk.
got to be a post box between there and home.
Liam, what's your favorite? What's Sam's favorite color?
She likes red.
She likes red. Hey, do we have a red shell? You got a red shell? Do we have any more of these boards? 5 or 6 more? How fast can we build one? Oh yeah, he needs one. He's been bugging me about it for 2 years. Not before Stampede, Liam. We have so much else to do. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. I know what you want, but no, we'll figure it out. Is that PCB Junkie? No, that's Jeff. Jeff and I make up White North Retro. This guy here. Where did he go? That's Jeffrey El Jefe. Sure, go back to work. I'm not paying you to sit around. I'm not paying them at all.
42% of everyone in this hobby is named Jeff, by the way.
That is weird, isn't it? Okay, cool. Any more questions for me before I sign off and you guys go do your thing?
No, beat it.
Thank you
No?
for being a guest
Okay.
on our podcast.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And fingers crossed we make it through Stampede this year. If you guys want more information, you want to follow us, 8-Bit Roundup on Instagram, 8bitroundup.ca and .com, I believe. That both. Yeah, that's all I got. Cool.
Good job. We'll see you
Thank you,
next
sir.
month for a recap.
Yeah.
Get a
And we
get
got
a
to do another
RoboCop in.
episode of. Yeah. Well, that'd have been really cool. I know there's one around here. We got to do another episode of the Coin Jam podcast. But I got to go.
Bye. That's this
Bye.
show.
Oh
I've
no,
heard of
the other one, that arcade show.
Nobody liked that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
And he's
Now that we got
gone.
rid of that guy. He just muted
Yeah.
himself.
So anyone that's listening to the audio version of this after the fact, I'm sure that tour was enthralling.
Whew. Yeah. Oh man. You heard
There
a
are
lot
other
of
people
names
on this
of games.
podcast?
Got to hear a lot of names of games. Here we go. Hey, other than moving, what have you been up to lately?
I haven't had a whole lot of pickups lately, but I did do a pickup the other day. I did an online auction and bought a few things. There was a
Was this
Skating
the Ad
rink.
Astra?
no. This is a skating rink had closed down that I'd done some work for a few times, about an hour away. And they had mostly redemption stuff. So for the most part, there wasn't a whole lot that I was interested in, but they did have a few arcade pieces and merchandisers and stuff like that. So I grabbed a few things on the cheap.
Win at auction anything you had fixed for them before?
I think so, actually. Yeah.
That's cool.
But my truck had been on the fritz in this past month. And I had taken it in a couple weeks ago, and it was in there for a week, and I had gotten it back. My radiator. Look, I'm a 3 out of 10 mechanic at best, but I looked in my radiator and
I
noticed.
thought you were going
that
to say
my,
attractiveness. I was like, give yourself some
no,
credit.
that's a 13 out of 10 at worst. My radiator, I looked at the coolant and it was brown, looked like chocolate milk. I don't know much about cars, but I know it's not supposed to look like that. So
Supposed to look more like that Play It Loud green shell TPG.
Yes, it's supposed to look like the slime from Nickelodeon, like the GAC. It's supposed to look like that, but
A
a
little
little
bit.
less viscous. That, and I was leaking oil like crazy, and I had some electrical issues because I was in limp mode and I couldn't drive any more than like 25 miles an hour. That's the most I could go. So I took the truck in, and they did a completely new radiator just because it was rusting out. That's all it was. I thought it was leaking oil into it, but it was just rusting out. And they fixed my oil leaks, and they changed my brakes, like my pads and rotors on the front brakes, just because they were squealing like crazy. Spent $3,400, which
That's a lot. It's a lot.
it is a lot. It is a lot, but this truck has almost 160,000 miles on it, and it's the first major thing I've ever had to do to it. So that's a pretty decent run. I've only ever had to take it in for preventative maintenance. So for that kind of run, and this is the first repair I've ever had to do to it, that's not too bad. But right after getting that truck back, my brakes started knocking as I would slow it down. And it didn't do that before, so I had to take my truck back. So whenever I went to go pick these machines up, I had to rent a truck to go get them because they had a very specific time window with which to go pick these machines up, and I didn't have a truck with which to do it. So, long story short, I had to rent a U-Haul truck to go get these things.
Hour and a half away, you said?
Yeah, it's just an hour. So,
Mm.
so luckily
The
the cost
mileage
wasn't too
fees will
much,
get
but
you.
yeah, the $20 in-town truck became like $250 after gas and mileage. But I picked up a Fast and Furious Superbikes, not working, but I've already got one for sale, so I can fix this one up and have a pair. I got a couple of crane machines. One of them just the front and back gear was just torn up, so I got a replacement for that gear, and the display on it was out too, so I got a replacement for that. I've got that back up and running. I just haven't tested it fully to put it up for sale yet. The other crane machine just blows fuses. I think it just has a bad power supply. I got a Hydro Thunder and an off-road challenge, like the bigger deluxe one. It's just way too massively large. Both of those are playing blind. Although the Hydro Thunder had been converted to LCD. So I just slapped a different one in there because I didn't have a 25-inch medium res to put in there. So just put a different LCD in it and called it good. Also had to replace the board that controls the force feedback, because the force feedback didn't work and the lights didn't work and stuff like that. But I had a spare board I could toss in there. So that one's already done. The off-road challenge is playing blind, and I don't recognize the monitor that's in it. It's some weird foreign, like, I don't even know what monitor it is.
It's probably Nano.
No, I know what an NL looks like. I don't know what this is at all. Like, visually, I don't recognize what it looks like.
Pentronic.
Not Pentronic. Pentronic.
Pentronic.
No, it has like this weird
Penetrode.
like subboard on the side, and like the deflection board's broken up into like 3 different pieces and different
Oh, like a
locations.
Matsushita.
Kind of like that, yeah. But I know what that looks like too. I don't know what this is, and it's blowing fuses pretty violently too. And so I might end up just like I haven't taken it out look yet to really take a good look at it yet, but it might end up just getting converted as well because since it's a deluxe, it's not a 25, it's bigger. So I'm not going to have a replacement for that anyway, and it's probably not going to be worth the effort. I don't like doing flat screens on most things, but if it's a 90s racer, it's not that big a deal. It's not that big of a stretch. I'm not doing that to a Pac-Man, but I'll do it to an off-road challenge. I also picked up a Putt for Prizes, which is just like one of those merchandiser games where you toss a ball into a hole and get as many points as you can and win a prize based on how many points you win. They just give like little bouncy balls, or if you do better, you get like bigger capsules that have toys in them and stuff like that. I got that for like $40, and I think it
Nice.
works. So
Nice.
sell that to like a restaurant or something like that. And then I got a Slam winner just because it was $30 and I could fit it on the truck. I don't know what I'm going to do with a Slam winner because I don't know anywhere in the state of Texas that runs redemption, especially well, at least not old redemption like that. Because you can find places that still run redemption, like modern FECs and stuff like that, but no one's going to run a game as old as that.
You don't have a boardwalk at the beach in West Texas?
There's no beaches around here, that's for sure. I'd have to drive 8 hours to get to the nearest beach.
Got to go to Austin. I was at an arcade that had a whole bunch of redemption stuff recently.
I'd still have to drive 300 miles just to get to Austin. And are they really going to want a Slam winner?
I don't know.
The Slam winner works, but the belt that runs the conveyor moving up the balls up to like the elevator up to the top is just worn all to hell. So it just needs a replacement belt. But other than that, it all seems to work. All these machines were on a card swipe system, and all that stuff is gone. So all the coin op stuff is missing too. Some of them were still in like the coin boxes and stuff like that, so it could be rebuilt and put back together. But a lot of them are just straight up gone. So I might have to, if whoever buys these things wants them set up for coin op, I'll have to probably just steal parts from various coin doors I've got laying around or off of other games that people don't care about if they're coin op or not. But
that's why it's good to always hoard that stuff.
I've got a few things lying around, and I think I've got the Hydro Thunder already sold, and it's going to someone that does want it coin op. So I did rebuild that assembly, but I think that's the only thing that I've bought in the last month was going to that auction. For the most part, it's just been staying in the shop and doing stuff, especially whenever my truck was out of commission. I was just taking an Uber to the shop, working during the day, and then Ubering home because I couldn't really do anything else for a week. I do have a lead on buying 14 more games.
Ooh,
which is the last thing I need to do because I
Anything
don't
good?
need more projects. There's a couple decent things in there. It's not anything exceptionally rare, but there's like a Mario Brothers and a Berserk, a Boot Hill.
Yeah.
If you give me a minute, I can bring up the list because the guy texted me not that long ago.
Nobody's going to snake the deal from you, are they?
No, it's a guy that I've bought from before, and it was a few years ago, and he lives the next state over in the middle of nowhere, just at a property like in the middle of nowhere. And
so it's good. He's coming to you to sell directly to you.
Yeah, he even said, like, if you know of anyone else that will buy this stuff, let me know. And I'm like, no, I'll take it. You just have to give me some time to make the space. Yeah, okay, so Boot Hill, Gondomania, Clowns, Sky Soldier, Double Play, Pole Position, 2 Centipedes, Millipede, Berserk, Time Pilot, Mario Brothers, an unknown game in an Atari cabinet, whatever that means, and a Frenzy Express, which is like a Korean game and a large Korean game where I think you go skiing or something like that, or skateboarding, something like that. I don't know. It'd be a huge thing, but it's about 3.5 hours away, so I'd have to get like a large truck with a lift gate to get all that stuff. But the price is very much worth it. Yeah, I'd Uber over there and put it in the back of some guy's like Yukon or something like that. But I bought from the guy before. That's where I got one of the dual monitor Play Choice 10s that's still sitting in the shop waiting for me to restore it. Because I bought
Liam
from this
wants
guy,
that too.
I got 2 of them. You know, to join your Nintendo row that you have so many of. That I bought from the guy like 3 or 4 years ago, and he, I guess, kept my number and thought of me again. But last time I bought from him, he had stuff in like a storage container that looks like it was on a train at some point, like a train cargo car. So I don't know if their scenes are going to be sitting in one of those again, or if he's got them somewhere else on his property. I hope they're not baking in one of those containers right now.
Oof. Oof. Love it.
I'm looking forward to going to pick up all those things. I don't know where I'm going to put them.
Warehouse is full.
The warehouse is not completely full, but it's full enough to the point where I don't know where I'm going to put anything without it being very much in the way.
And start stacking them horizontally.
Yeah, I might have to. My girlfriend's listening right now. Like she already knows about the deal. She moved. All the credit to her. She moved a lot of stuff the other day, cleaning up, and made a lot more space. But there's still not really space for 14 games to go right now. So we still have to figure that out. But I guess that's all for me.
Love it. Liam, what about you? Have you made any irresponsible financial decisions lately?
Bought so many games in the past month. Way more than usual. Let's see. The machines that have come into the garage since the last podcast were Video Pinball, Escape from the Planet of the Robot Monsters in a Xenophobe cab, 2 San Francisco Rush machines, a Seaberg 222, Super Sprint, the 3-player game with the medium res monitor, the System 2 game, and a Twilight Zone pinball, all in the last month.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the Twilight Zone is excellent. It's real fun.
Are these games working, or what's the story?
Okay, so condition. Video Pinball is not working. The tube is shot, unfortunately, 23-inch tube. But hopefully I will have that sorted out in short-ish order.
Do I know more about the solution than you do?
You know where it's coming from.
Yeah, and I'm scheduling time for me to get it from this individual.
Yeah, you just put a flat screen in it. Problem solved.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
No.
In a 60-in-1, because it's on that board.
Escape from the Planet of the Robot Monsters. The board works. The monitor works. Unfortunately, it is missing both Hall effect joysticks. The game had 8 ways installed and somehow works with that. Doesn't work well, but it is playable. So I need to figure out something to get that a little better, because it's not great, but it does work. So there is that. I've gotten both Rush games mostly working. One of them works 100%. The other one, the steering board needs a little help. And I've got a part steering board coming in the mail that I should be able to make a working one out of the 2 of them. I did get them linked, and Sam and I were able to play a linked game, which was pretty fun. The Seaberg 222, that was one of the craziest things we have ever tried to extract. I didn't go too deep into it in the Discord, but essentially the jukebox was in a disused house. The owner came to greet us and showed us where the machine was. And it's at the top of, I don't know, 30 stairs and 3 switchbacks.
What?
Stone stairs. And one of the switchbacks, the landing is, I am not joking, 6 inches. It's 6 inches, and you just go straight down another set of stairs, which are butting up against the first set of stairs. It was crazy. I asked her how the heck that thing got into the house, and she said it would come in through the back, which opened up directly to an alley. But since it was put into the house, they built a wall. So it was not, we were not able to bring it back out the same way it came in. So we did, in fact, carry it down the stairs.
Wild.
That was, I took the heavy parts out of the machine. We just carried it down. That was so sketchy. I would not want to do that again. That thing needs a lot of work. I'm not going to get to it anytime soon. But
this specific one was a model that you had wanted for a while.
I have been looking for a 222 for a while now. It is the first stereo jukebox from Seaberg that retains the nice 50s styling before they all started to look like ice chests. But that will eventually be the arcade jukebox once it is fixed. And the Super Sprint is also fully working, which is great. It's a pretty fun game. And so is the Twilight Zone. It didn't work when we got it, but it was mostly minor fixes, and now it is working really nicely. I did a bunch of mods on it. So overall, super, super, super happy with how the Twilight Zone came out, and it's already in the lineup.
Love it. And that video pinball, I'm excited for you to get that working. Because you and I go to a party every year where the guy that hosts it, a buddy of ours, has a video pinball. And for anyone that's never played that game, it is really cool. I think it was like the first time where anyone got the physics right on video game, a pinball video game. A lot of fun, beautiful cabinet, Bronze Age game. That's your first vector or your first raster Bronze Age game, right?
It is my first raster Bronze Age game. Other than the toasted monitor, it appears to be complete and in decent shape. I mean, it cleaned up nicely when I wiped it down. The board is present and looks okay, but obviously I haven't been able to test it or do anything with it yet.
You can't tell if it's playing blind.
No, it's definitely not. It's not doing anything. And I haven't dug into it at all. It's just sort of it's currently buried by the 2 Rush cabs and Space Wars in the garage. I can't even get to it yet. But it looks great. It has it had the manual in it, so it just needs hopefully the board repaired and should be off to the races when a tube comes.
And with the Twilight Zone, how many pins is that for you?
That would be 5 in the arcade, and there's a 6th in the garage that doesn't work.
Space Shuttle.
Yeah.
Poor Space Shuttle.
Perpetual garage title.
Grounded like the fleet. Very nice. Let's see. For me, I've been a busy little arcade collector myself. Let me think about this. So, certainly since the last episode, no fewer than 11 games have showed up in my garage. That was the video that I released just today. So some of these are games that I picked up for other people. Some of these are games that I had loaned out and boomeranged back to me. But I got 2 Tempest cabinets, one complete and one basically stripped. I got a Versus Hogan's Alley in a converted Donkey Kong, and the board was working and the cabinet was working, but the monitor had no signs of life. I got my Chicken Shift cabinet or my Balicente cabinet back to me that had been converted to a 1-slot Neo Geo with Aero Fighters 2, and I got a awesome deal from Charles Klein on a complete Balicente kit with the sled and a Chicken Shift cart and a Chicken Shift original control panel. So did all that, put that back together. That had been on loan to Back to the Media Arcade in Winchester, Virginia. I got my Super Off-Road, 2-player Super Off-Road back. That had also been borrowed by Back to the Media. The Versus Hogan's Alley was in partial trade for my J-Rock Multi-Williams, which went to him. I also got a Cinestar, converted Cinestar, basically an empty cabinet, has a monitor, had been converted to, I think, Punisher, and my plan is to put a J-Rock in that, and that's now going to be the final piece of the 7 Williams games that I care to own. Defender, Stargate, Robotron, Joust, Moon Patrol, Bubbles, and Cinestar. And I'm going to reorganize the entire basement, and that's what this wall is going to be, those 7 Cinestar games plus Donkey Kong Jr. Let's see. I got a Super Contra, also for Mark, but that was sold to Jumping General channel member. I'm going to see him next month, and I'll bring that cabinet to him. I bought a Track and Field, an empty Track and Field. It has a tube, but nothing else. I've got a working board for it. I've got a jam adapter for it, so that'll be relatively easy to put that back together. The cabinet needs some cosmetic work, but it's not too bad. I picked up 2 cabinets for Dillweed, a World Series of the Season from Cinematronics in a converted Sega Champion baseball dedicated cabinet. He has plans to do something really cool with that. I think he's got a board that's a prototype and was never released, but if it had been released in a dedicated cabinet, it probably would have been in the same style of cabinet as the Sega Champion baseball. I also picked up a Fantasy, a Rockola Fantasy for Dillweed, as well as a Space Duel. So this was an interesting pickup. I think, Liam, were you the one who found the listing first?
Yes.
This one was down in Lynchburg, Virginia, so kind of Southwest Virginia.
I thought about it, but I didn't have time.
Call it 3.5 hours from my house, and it was a vending machine operator that was basically retiring, closing down, and emptying the warehouse, and had some games in there. There was also, there was also a Super Pack, there was a Super Hang-On, a Phoenix, a Konami Kicker, a Kongorilla. There was a Versus Duck Hunt in a Unisystem cabinet. So we were looking at a couple of different things, but I ended up coming home with those two, the Fantasy, Rockola Fantasy for Dillweed, and the Space Duel for me. Now, we got these for a great price, right? I often, I'm at the point where I've never spent a ton on games. Like, everyone sees all these games that I have, and I'm not making it up. I keep this spreadsheet, to justify not being irresponsible. So it doesn't work, and I haven't done any testing yet, but it is complete with the 6100 and the board and the color vector brick and everything. Just an awesome deal. And people are trying to talk me out of it, but I am thinking about not running Space Duel in it. Maybe Gravatar, Black Widow, Major Havoc, maybe run multiple games in there.
Luckily, all those mods are completely easily undone, so there's no reason not to.
I wouldn't do any destructive changes. Hey, Dell's Arcade, what's going on? So what am I forgetting? I think those are all the games that I got. So out of all of those 11 games, there's only 3 that are keepers for me. Of the ones that weren't the ones that are new, the ones that, obviously the Chicken Shift is staying, the Super Off-Road is staying, the Track and Field I'm going to keep, the Sinistar I'm going to keep, and the Space Duel I'm going to keep, but I'm going to change it up. The Versus Hogan's Alley I already sold to. So for the Multi Williams, I got the Versus Hogan's Alley and the Sinistar, and what else did I get? I got something else too. I can't remember. The Versus Hogan's Alley has already been sold to channel member Little Larry Sellers. Got to meet him in person for the first time recently. The Fantasy and the baseball game World Series are going to Taylor. I already sold. So I did a deal with Bob Friedman, another channel member. Sold him my Missile Command cocktail. He also took the Space Invaders Deluxe that I got from the West Virginia warehouse raid, and the empty Tempest cabinet that I got from Back to the Media Mark. So it's really not that many games that are staying. So I got 11, but 4 of them have already left. 2 of them are going to be leaving. I'm selling one of the games down here or trading them. So there's a lot of things moving, a lot of things changing. I loaded 4 games onto my truck for the first time ever yesterday. That was really kind of pushing it. I had done 3 before, but I got 3 uprights and a cocktail loaded entirely myself. I can't remember where I learned this strategy, but I figured out the easiest way to load a cocktail by yourself onto a pickup truck. You need some kind of platform that can hold the weight of it. I have in my garage a really, we had it in the basement of my parents' house as a makeshift coffee table. And it was just an old giant wooden spool from I'm assuming coax or something from when they were installing cable in our neighborhood or whatnot. And we had stolen it from the construction site, 40 years ago. And it had always been a coffee table in our unfinished basement. So when we cleared out my parents' house, I kept that, and I just use it as a little extra work surface. I found that, so that's relatively heavy. Like I can stand on it. It's pretty sturdy. I can position that behind my tailgate down and then take a cocktail over to it and get one end of the cocktail onto it as a pivot point, right? Basically that gets me halfway up to the height of the tailgate. And then like a lever, it's, you know, I'll have to do a video of it. I got this, somebody else gave me this idea, but that makes it really, really easy to put a cocktail by yourself into a
you just don't lift it over your head like an insane person.
So I have, because like nobody was home when I needed to load the truck. Like my oldest kid is old enough and strong enough where he can help me. He's a teenager now. I've had to, I took the Donkey Kong Junior. I took that off the truck by myself when I first got it, but I'd taken the monitor out and I did kind of drop it. I think the glass top was off of it too, but it didn't damage anything. The Moon Patrol was a huge pain to get off the truck myself. But using that platform, and Teddy wants to say hi, using that platform makes it super, super easy. Yeah, I'm getting old, Dell. I'm trying to man up, and I'm sore from moving all those games the last couple of days.
You don't have a pinball dolly?
I don't have a pinball dolly. No.
Get a pinball
This man's
dolly.
trying to get rid of his pinball.
I am. I'm thinking of, so that's another thing, right? So I got 4 games already I got rid of. There's 3 that are leaving, 2 that are new additions that were always meant to leave. And it's my Time Pilot that's going to be leaving. I'm selling 5 games. I'm selling, well, I've already got selling 5 more games. The Do Run that's in the Dig Dug, converted Dig Dug cocktail, that's fully working. That's for sale. What else am I selling? Oh, the Versus Unisystem cabinet. I was excited to get that. But I've decided if I have a red tent and I have a Versus dual system upright, I really don't need a Unisystem cabinet. So that's on the chopping block. And then 3 projects, the Thief and the NATO Defense from the West Virginia Warehouse Raid and the Midway Wheels. Figured, you know, I was actually looking forward to restoring those, but those are never going to be keepers. And I'm beyond capacity and I'm not going to get a storage unit. And I want to set up the garage as another lineup of finished games. I've got the layout ready in my head. It's going to be 8 against one wall and then 7 back to back, and then 14. So 2 rows of 7 back to back, excuse me. And then the Versus dual system upright, sort of as the end cap of that facing out of the garage. So that'll be what you see when you open the garage door. And those games weren't ever going to be keepers. So I figure, you know, move those along. I got they're all basically complete, maybe minus harnesses and monitors. But the boards are there, all untested. So lots of moving pieces. I finished the Berserk. I finished the Moon Patrol. Almost finished the Outrun. I'm just tracking down some board issues. The one of the colors just not right, and it's a board issue. I shifted some chickens. And then, yeah, we wanted to do a live stream, but Kay and Liam were traveling. So Chance and I did a 2-man 1 hour live stream a while back that people will do again sometime. But yeah, so between the 3 of us, and then Chance with his 120 games or whatever, moving a lot of games have been moving around, guys. My goodness. Kicks isn't that. Oh, the Kicks cocktail is super heavy. That's for
Kicks
sure.
cocktail is massive.
Yeah. And it's only got a 13-inch monitor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a family-sized table. Yeah, Dell, there's a package in the mail on its way to me from Dell with the enhanced ROMs for Outrun and some other stuff. Hoping to get that all that put in. I've also got, I forget what it stands for, the PCM mod from Paris M. I think allows you to add like a subwoofer or something like that to make the music even more heavy. So a lot of stuff going on. And let's see what's coming up. Want to finish the Outrun. I've started. I haven't released another video yet for it, but I've started working on the Mario Brothers wide body I've got a board for it. I've got a monitor for it. I got a harness for it from Mike's Arcade. I've got a power supply. I haven't tested it yet, but I bought it as working. So that should be good. I need to order two-way restrictor plates for the joysticks that I have. I need to order new buttons. I need side art. I keep going back and forth debating on what I want to do with the sides. So somebody had attempted a deconversion, started a deconversion project on it, and they painted the sides. I got this cabinet from Warren Maiden in Ohio, great guy. And he this was in his cube, but the person he bought it from had started a deconversion project, painted the sides, and the color's okay, but the finish is very bad. So I was thinking about sanding it and then repainting it, but I'm kind of leaning now towards laminate. So that's going to be fun. Looking forward to that. Need to get back to the Irish food fight. Looking for the Enigma 2 PCB. That's like my white whale. I mean, not that that's a grail or anything, but it's not common at all. Probably need a couple more MVS cards to round out what I want to run on the 4 slot. And then the next video that I'm working on for next weekend, I was asked, I think Jerry Voluptuous, maybe some other folks said, hey, why didn't you do JAMA January again this year? Because last year I did a bunch of JAMA stuff in January. So I'm going to do JAMA July in the members only live stream that we did last night. I fixed the monitor that's in my horizontal JAMA cabinet. I was tinkering with my vertical JAMA cabinet out in the garage. I've got a ton of boards that really haven't been featured on the channel that we'll go through. I got some cabinet stuff that we're going to do. So that'll be fun. I'm not sure that'll be all 4 weekends in July, but at least 2 weekends in July we'll be doing a lot of fun JAMA stuff. So
I don't know what you're putting in your 4 slot, but if it doesn't include Windjammers and Puzzle Bobble, then your selection is garbage.
Got Puzzle Bobble already, and I'm on
Puzzle Bobble.
I'm on the hunt for a Windjammers.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah. What about you guys? What's next?
Let's see. I'm still trying to get the Space Wars that's in the garage working. That thing has caught fire so many times in various ways. It is in incredibly bad shape. Literal fire. It's just things exploding. I blew a hole in a regulator the other day.
Not in the same spot every time?
No. I fix something and something else blows up. It has been an experience for sure. I would like to do something with the robot monsters. I mean, the machine works, so I would like to bring it into the arcade. I just need to figure out the joystick problem. Unfortunately, Hall effect sticks do not grow on trees. So
if anyone's selling a pair of them, you'd be interested.
Yeah. For a reasonable price, obviously. The 2 Rush cabinets also working, but there's no way in any reality that those are coming inside. So the arcade will need to expand to the garage, and we are working on that. I don't know how soon it will be finished, but we're aiming for in the next couple of months to be converting it into more arcade space. So we'll be interested to see how that comes out. I am still looking for a number of empty cabinets, any empty Williams cabinets, Joust, Robotron, Bubbles, anything like that. I need them for stuff or Stargate.
Especially a Stargate.
Yes, but not for Stargate. I'm using it for something else. I am looking for a Data East cabinet, 2-player Data East cabinet, flat marquee. I need that for my Gate of Doom kit, which has been sitting in the closet for a while. Omega Race parts. Still looking for a power solution for my Omega Race cockpit that's been also sitting in the garage for a while. An empty Cinematronics cabinet would be good. I have enough parts to build another Cinematronics game, so I'd like to do that, if I can ever get any of them working. I think that's most of what I'm looking for at the moment covered. So yeah, no, I'm just trying to get through stuff. I'm working on tax scan. I have the Go8 running. I have a power solution running. I have the board set almost completely running. So it's a case of needing a cabinet, which hopefully I will get this month. So I'm looking forward to being able to put together a tax scan.
And you don't want to get a Zaxxon cabinet and pretend?
I'm going to get a Super Zaxxon cabinet and use that.
There you go.
I have a Super Zaxxon I've had for sale that I can't get rid of, so you should just buy that.
Doesn't Jeff Kinder and our other friend, between the two of them, have a dozen Super Zaxxon cabinets?
I'm looking specifically for the dedicated one.
Okay.
Not the converted. I will not have any converted cabs in the arcade.
Because of the granola factor?
No, because they're ugly.
They are ugly.
The Super Zaxxon is actually a really cool cabinet, the dedicated one, so that's why I'm going to use it. And the artwork should mostly fit. I have an original tax scan marquee. It's a little bit shorter than the Super Zaxxon marquee box. So what I'm going to do is 3D print like a special edition header on it and just put that in there and print it in like glow in the dark filament. It'll look pretty cool, I think.
Tax Scan is such an awesome game.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited to play it again. I played it in the garage once when I had the Star Trek in the garage, and it played well. So I'm looking forward to giving it its own machine, and then figuring out somewhere to put it because there's no room in the Vector room at this point. I have to finish the Lunar Lander too. I forgot about that. There's Lunar Lander in the garage too. So all kinds of stuff.
What about you, Kay? Once you get those 14 games, what are you going to do after that?
Fix 14 games, and then
there you go.
The other 200 plus that are in the shop.
That's it?
I don't know. I'll buy more after, buy more and fix those, and then sell others, and then buy more, and then it's an endless cycle.
Do you have Inco take inventory of everything? Go dig through them and get the models of the monitors and everything?
We need to, because I don't know what I have. Like she's moved stuff more recently than I have, so she probably has a better idea of what machines are actually in the shop than what I do, especially with the stuff that's buried far, far back.
Like those 4 EDOTs that you forgot about?
God. Especially when it comes to just random spare parts, bezels and marquees and PCBs and just boxes of random parts and stuff like that. It would be nice to have an actual inventory of what it is I have, because there's lots of times where I'm just digging through stuff and I'm like, I didn't know I had one of those. Oh, turns out I have 4 of those. Who knew? That kind of thing happens all the time. And
I do too.
Especially after, I just bought the thing I thought I needed, and then it turns out I had 4 of them. Well, I don't know why. I'll look through my pinball stuff. Is like, oh, I have like 3 brand new like Rotten Dog MPUs. Like, why do I have these, and why haven't I used them? I probably bought them for some project I was intending to work on and hadn't started on yet, and set them aside and forgot I had them, and probably bought more since then. I tend to do that. We all do.
All right. Teddy is basically begging me to let him out. So I think we'll wrap it up. Appreciate everyone watching. Go follow Retrobotics on YouTube. Go follow Prime Arcade. Subscribe to Prime Arcade on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok. We'll be back sometime next month with episode 40 of the Coin Jam podcast. And until next time, let me see if I can play us out here. See y'all later.